Hey, good evening. Monique here. I'm gonna read something to you, which is super interesting, and you have to listen to it a couple of times, and you really owe this to yourself to listen to it. First, I'm gonna read you what it says, and then I'm going to give you my take on it, or try to explain it in my words to help you on your way. Well, I'm still learning this stuff myself as well. And if you have any ideas on it, please let me know in the comments. So here goes. The importance of feeling from the quantum point of view. You and I have been conditioned into believing that we need a reason for joy, a motivation to feel gratitude, grounds to be in a state of love. That's relying on external reality to make us feel different internally. It's Newton's model. The new model of reality challenges us as quantum creators to change something within us, in mind and body, in our thoughts and feelings, before we can experience the physical evidence with our senses. Can you give thanks and feel the elevated emotions associated with a desired event before it occurs? Can you imagine that reality so completely that you begin to be in that future life now? When you are in a state of gratitude, you transmit a signal into the field that an event has already occurred. Gratitude is more than an intellectual thought process. You have to feel as though whatever you want is in your reality at this very moment. Thus, your body, which only understands feelings, must be convinced that it has the emotional quotient of the future experience happening to you now. And this is from Joe Dispenza. He's the quantum field brain super intelligent guy. So let's go through this together. You and I have been conditioned into believing that we need a reason for joy, la la la. So the first bit is that actually we've been tricked. We've been tricked to believing that our happiness is outside of us. A lot of teachers say this at the moment. Abraham Hicks says that all the time as well. She talks about the vortex. And the vortex is something that's inside of us. And it happened. Like the vortex is already there. It just is not here in 3D yet. It hasn't materialized in the 3D form. And it exists. And that's also what Joe Dispenza says. Everything that we desire, that we think of, already exists in a parallel reality, but that's something different than this. The new model of reality challenges us as quantum creators to change something within us, in mind and body, in our thoughts and feelings, before we can experience the physical evidence with our senses. So what he says here is that we have to be in the feeling state of already having it before we can see it. So the trick is to already be in the feeling of having that job that you so wish, of having the house that you would like to live in, of being on the vacation already. Neville Goddard, which I super adore, and I've been learning about his teachings, mostly, not about him, lately, and he has an amazing story about going to Barbados. I will put the link down below, and here you can see how he used and was taught by his teacher Abdullah, a mystic, that he had to live from the end. And when you live from the end result, so when you already believe that you have it, you will see it in your life, but first you gotta feel it. And it's a trick. It's a mindfuck. Ah, said it. Because we're taught to believe that reality is what we see, but that's not true. We feel something, we go into the state of it, and then it will happen on the outside. And I bet that you have examples of this in your own life already. And I bet they're at the part of the negative. Like you got into a fight with someone. I bet you already had a fight with them in your head, or you were not feeling comfortable with them. And then you were like, see, I knew it was going to happen. It's not intuition, it's creation. You created it because you thought it was going to happen. Okay, enough for today. I hope you liked the video and the information, and send it through to anyone who can benefit from this. Happy creating and have a wonderful evening. Mwah.